adding to the charges already levelled against her by Myanmar's military junta. Ousted leader Aung San Suu Kyi now faces accusations of accepting illegal payments of $600,000 and more than 11 kilograms of gold while in government. They're the strongest allegations made by the military since it overthrew Myanmar's top leaders on February the 1st. They all remain under house arrest. Suu Kyi's supporters maintain that all the charges against her are false. Meanwhile, protests against the junta continued on Thursday, with at least 6 people killed in the central town of Mying when security forces fired on demonstrators. Others were reported killed in Mandalay and in Myanmar's biggest city, Yangon.
We protest peacefully, but they crack down on us violently. It's okay, the more they crack down violently, the stronger the revolution is. We've decided we will continue and we will win.
More than 60 anti-coup protesters have been killed in Myanmar since the start of February, and around 2,000 have been detained. Amnesty International accuses the army of adopting battle tactics in its crackdown on protests and said many killings it had documented amounted to extrajudicial executions. A spokesman for the junta said on Thursday that security forces were disciplined and only used force when necessary, adding that the unrest should be of no concern to the international community, though condemnation from around the world continues to mount.
Protesters keep marching in defiance of a crackdown that killed at least 18 people over the weekend. Armed with hard hats and homemade shields, demonstrators are back on the streets. Some have also made their own barricades using bamboo poles, sofas and branches. In Yangon, multiple rounds of tear gas have been fired, but that hasn't kept crowds away, with many regrouping shortly after. Those indoors also face threats of violence. Security forces have warned residents not to look out of their windows, saying they risk getting caught in the crossfire. Funerals and memorials are being held for those killed. The United Nations says at least 18 people were shot dead, the highest single-day death toll since the February 1st coup. But the army says it's exercised restraint in managing the violent protests to keep casualties to a minimum.